Rolling.
Rolling. Hello, listeners. Welcome to AM in the AM podcast with Avian Martinez. Special guest today, Logan Labonte.
Yeah.
How you doing today, Logan?
I'm doing pretty good. You know, we almost had Wade on for a second. That would have been
Wade from the YouTube. Yep, subscribe to Distractable.
Yeah, pretty good podcast. No, but I'm doing pretty good. You know, I think this is a good way to end the weekend. Almost feels like we're starting the week with a new
with stardom.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like you're gonna be famous now.
Yeah, I guess. Dude, that'd be crazy if this one episode blew up. But
that would be awesome. But
we've been trying to do this for how long now?
I think
like over.
I think we talked about it like the week that I did it with Elijah.
I think it was the next weekend we planned on doing it.
And then but it was like the weekend where I only had like a day at home or something.
That's right. You're going back to college, and I forgot why, but we were gonna do it, and then it got too late, and I was like, yeah.
It's like, well, speaking of college, like, do you end up planning on doing any kind of schooling or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm okay. Well, I've been here in Moses Lake for a bit now, and you've come back,
true.
Which is really nice. But right now I'm just working for Bible college. That's pretty much all I want to do. I just want to grow in my faith with the Lord along with other Christians, you know. But I don't know. I was gonna do business. I want to learn money and finances because I've lost a lot of money.
Really?
No, I don't gamble or anything. I knew that was gonna happen.
I know, like
I looked at
it's like you have to lean the bottom a little bit and then squish it in there. Yeah.
Oh, like that. We could do a forehead podcast.
Like the toe episode for that one. Jeez.
No, but yeah, I would like to learn finances and how to become not an entrepreneur but smart with that kind of thing.
So when would be like a tentative timeline that you would like to go back to school?
August. This August I want to be out of here.
This August you want to go back to school?
I want to be out of here to California.
California? Where would you like to go?
Northern California, Twin Peaks. So it's still going to be like what I've been in my whole life, which is like the woods.
The woods, I see. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't consider Moses like the woods.
That's true. I've only... Oh, nice.
I know.
Yeah, I need to fix it better.
It'll be good when we're at the park.
That's true. But, yeah, I've only ever lived in the woods or the desert. That's pretty much it.
Which is interesting. So where do the woods play in? Because that's clearly not Moses.
Yeah, Medical Lake.
Medical Lake, okay.
Medical Lake, I lived there only for like 3 years. But that was a huge part of my life. And all my friends, like my important friends, lived in the woods. Whenever I lived in Moses Lake. So until I moved back here, you know, I met you guys, and I've been here for a while now.
Which is a big thing, I would assume. How much of Medical Lake plays into like who you are now?
A lot. Like so much to the point of where I felt not like myself while I've been here, you know? I didn't get everything I wanted in Medical Lake. Like, I wanted to try... Dude, this phone
This phone's going wild.
It's just so bad. I'm gonna take a selfie.
That'll be fun.
No, but I wanted to get, like, quads and shoot birds. I'm vegan,
shoot
but...
birds.
Yeah.
Dang, a real American hero.
Exactly,
Quads and shooting birds.
Yeah, I wanted to do that kind of stuff. Never really did. I did have a friend who liked running through the woods pretending to be wolves. So
every American woodsman child, I suppose.
Yeah, my brother actually made him straight up believe we could turn into wolves whenever he wasn't around. So, but that was fun.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I know, but it brought out that, you know, inside like country side of me. I think I just want to. I've done a lot of fishing, so I want to do that stuff. But as long as I've been here, it's been pretty stagnant. So I'm excited to go
and do other things.
California, big city. Hopefully I can experience LA a little bit.
Ooh, it is an interesting... I feel like it's an interesting place to, like, visit. living, it depends on who you ask.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
But I mean, it's like if you can establish yourself there, like it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. I actually went to Leavenworth recently, and
Ooh, Leavenworth, fun.
I went to a barber for the first time.
Okay,
and
okay.
I don't know what happened. Like,
what did this man just like chop you up? Like,
yeah, well, he did. He did, and I shot him. No, I can't. No, the second I sat down, I just wouldn't shut up. I was like, I think subconsciously, I've been trying to.
I mean, that's that barber confidence, right?
I guess it was. He just made me feel at home in the chair, and
the man in the chair.
Yeah, he grew up in California, so we started talking about that.
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
He definitely suggests, as I'm sure a lot of people do, like going out and getting the craziness out of you while you're in college. And he said California is a good place to do that, but he definitely doesn't suggest living there. Like, he just got out as soon as he could.
Oh, I see.
Now that he has a family and stuff. So, yeah, I don't plan on being there long, just like a year or two, and then hopefully living with some friends.
Interesting. It seems like a lot of the places you go, like there's always friends there. Like, is that like an intention, or is that just like a coincidence?
It's just I've actually recently been thinking about that specifically, so it's strange that you asked that. I've realized all the friends I've made throughout my life, I don't know if this is weird to say, but I've honestly just think I've drawn them to me. Because it was always unintentional. In fact, the one time in my life I tried to make a friend, it was really awkward because it was 5th grade and I did a footsie with him across the...
5th grade Logan being scandalous.
No. It was the first day of school, and I said, "Do you want to be my friend?"
Oh.
And fast forward 2 years.
Fast forward 2 years.
Fast forward 2 years, and we're wrestling outside of the school, and I mean genuinely wrestling, as in enemies. So we weren't friends. We never became friends.
Wow.
But aside from that, I've made a lot of friends that were usually pretty quiet, and just I was always the leader of. But until I moved here and met you guys, I've been that kid now. I'm the one that usually follows around and stuff. So I'm excited to kind of, I don't know, intentionally make some friends. I've never really been able to do that.
Would you say you've always had like a sort of like magnetism when it comes to people?
Like, to me?
Yeah, I'm saying like
people would magnetize to me.
Like, yes. Do you bring in all the females?
No. No.
Really?
I don't think so.
Really? Because I feel like you and Ethan are definitely like charmers. I feel like you guys are very good at bringing people in.
If we're good at, I think I've had the only girls that have really been trying to do anything in my life are the ones that wanted to hold hands and stuff. Like when we were younger, they're like, "Logan, come hold my hand," and then they would leave it at that. They just wanted like a moment.
Interesting.
And I always felt sick to my stomach. Like, I was never wanting to do it.
Like, it was never like, I can be a helping hand. It was like, oh, I'm just being used kind of thing.
Yeah, I never got attention until like groups of girls would chase me around asking me who I liked. Things like that. I'm sure every guy goes through that eventually type thing.
Not this man.
No, I mean, that only happened once to me. But we're gonna ram this Ford Explorer.
No. They will get hit with the full extent of the law.
The full. What if it was an undercover cop? Their own law.
But I mean, speaking of being a Rizzler, I do have a coffee date after this.
You have a coffee date?
I do. I have a coffee date after this.
With who?
I have a lovely lady I've met online.
In Moses?
Yes.
Did you meet them when you moved back?
No, it was. Well, yes, it was while I moved back. Yeah, but it was online.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's like I have that going for me, but it's enough about me.
No, so actually, we're the same amount of Rizzlers then.
Would you say that?
I've only taken one girl out on dates because I had a girlfriend.
True.
And now so I don't think I have any more than you do when it comes to that kind of game.
You know, it was. I think for me, it's like a slow burn. I'm not like a. I would say that you're more of a natural charmer than I am. I'm like a nice guy who kind of waits for the right time, and that time just wasn't there for a couple years. You know.
I would actually say I'm exactly that as well.
Would you really?
Yeah, I think I'm a slow burn. I like finding a friendship in somebody like before.
Yeah, you like having some substance before there's anything going on.
I don't know. I've never really been in a situation where I've seen somebody and it's like love at first sight. So
yeah, no, I think that's pretty hard to do.
Yeah. No,
and is it really you see? That is an interesting topic. Like, do you think love at first sight is literally seeing this person, or do you think it's what that person is doing? Would you argue?
For me, I actually think looks have a big play in it. For love at first sight.
Right.
I'm way bigger in personality. But the initial I'm sure most people initially it's the looks for somebody. But I've noticed the second I talk to somebody, I pretty quickly find out if I'm attracted to them officially for like their personality or something. Yeah, I don't know, but I do get really, really shy. I'm pretty nervous. I don't have much confidence around girls,
which is kind of hard to believe. I don't know. I'm one of those guys that puts everyone in the friend group above me in everything.
Yeah.
So I would consider you a Rizzler, and sometimes it's hard to hear that. Apparently, you may be a slow time Rizzler. You know.
I am. I actually. You met this girl online, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you guys been?
We've been talking for about like a week, and so I was like, you know what? It's time to make a move, as many men do. And I said, would it be too forward to go on a coffee date? And she said I would actually love that.
That's
and I was
awesome,
like,
dude.
okay, we're making moves out here.
Congratulations. Yeah, I asked because one of the first girls I ever became friends with on my own accord, and it turned into a really close friendship, was a girl online. And you talked about like you place everybody above you and you think I'm a charmer and stuff.
Oh, I do.
Yeah. I found out after 3 years of being friends with her that she liked me the whole time. And I liked her a lot during that time, but I never even noticed that she liked me. And nothing ever happened because I never even know. So I think I'm pretty not attuned to. Well, I just don't know. Like, I actually tell a lot of people I'm not very in tune with the social laws of interaction, like the rules.
And that's very funny because I feel like I'm the exact same way.
Yeah.
Like I can pick up on very obvious social cues, but not like if her eyelash moves 0.3 meters to the left, she's into me. I don't know. Exactly. I don't know those things. I'm terrible.
Yeah. No, she even pointed out exactly what it was that I should have caught. Where she's like,
and
I was like,
some of those things.
Oh, she literally straight up said she liked me, and like, not like with those
she
words.
Was like,
no, she straight up said like something. We had a really deep talk one night, and she said something, and I totally missed it. I'm like, yeah, we're good friends, and I liked her, but I was still saying that, and I didn't even notice it. I thought the whole time she didn't like me, so I just gave up. But also that was a while ago, so I've learned a few things, but. Yeah, no, I've never. There's a lot of girls that are out of my league. I don't think.
Really?
I don't think I'm up there in league wide. But
do you think you've peaked in terms of your riz, or do you think you're trying to get better?
No, I've only just now in life realized like I have a potential that I think I can reach. So I'm working on it right now, and I think around college I'll be, come August. I've been working out, so I think by then I'll actually
built man.
Yeah, I'll be. Yeah, I mean I've been the skinny runner kid my whole life. You've been there for my whole running career, and I've been there for yours. I wish I had the sprinting ability.
That's
You
true.
have.
Well, and it's like, well, technically, you haven't been for mine because you went there freshman, right? Oh, you weren't
No,
there
I went there
my freshman.
sophomore.
Right.
What? Yeah. Wait. What year did you start running
I
cross?
started freshman.
Yeah, I was a football player freshman and then sophomore. Right?
Which is interesting. Like, that's one thing I wanted to bring you up too, because you are like such an amazing like cross runner. Like, what made you want to be like? What made you want to be like the football guy initially?
I wanted to hit guys.
No, I wanted to hit on men.
No, no, not on. But no, I really liked football. I love the Seahawks.
I love them too.
Yeah. My dad loved football, and me and Ethan did flag football together, and I wanted the official like sport. I always saw football as the official.
It is. I think it gets the most funding and the most attention.
Oh yeah,
by far.
especially in America, and it just you get the gear, and you get the coach and the calls and the plays.
You're like,
and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know it at the time, but like subconsciously I knew you get way more attention in football.
Oh, you definitely do. Yeah.
And I will say this: my first football game, I wasn't A team, I wasn't that good, but B team, when they called me in, first play I got an interception. And I was like, this is the sport for me. It's gonna be great.
This is what I want to do.
And then, dude, just all went downhill. I made some good plays, but it was more so in like practice where I really did good. You know, It's hard to do good in games in football.
So what happened that like? So like, what was like the starting moment that you were like, well, maybe this isn't for me?
There actually was a discussion I had with my dad. I think I was considering doing summer camp for football.
Okay.
And I realized, like, I am not the kid doing one-hand catches at practice. I'm not that kid. I'm not the kid that's like, everybody's like, well, good job, man. You know, I literally was the kid that was pushed against the walls and stuff by kids that were shorter than me, made fun of.
Interesting.
And I would always like get back at them eventually, and eventually I earned more respect in the team. But I was like, what am I doing? Like, this is not a family-oriented sport at all. This is the most selfish, trying to get your own praise sport. And you have to be really good.
It definitely can be.
You have to be an athlete. Like, it's crazy how good you have to be. Because you not only do you have to be good, but you have to be good socially, like to be the cool.
Yeah,
cool
you
kid.
do.
At least earlier on. Obviously, once you go higher up, then you start getting recognition. But I just realized I'm a skinny kid, so I was a wide receiver. But I'm like, my brother's a very successful runner. My dad was a runner. Why am I not running? And I did cross country before football too, so I was like,
so you did it in middle school?
Yeah. But yeah, I had a talk with my dad, and he was like, is this what you want to do? I'm like, no, I think I'm going to go back to cross country. And